All right, how you doing, everybody? This is Captain Jack, and it is a pleasure to see everybody here. Hopefully, we'll get everybody to come on in. This is a midnight show. Wanted to see what we would have as far as the capabilities to hopefully get some more folks out here in the audience, and we can see what we got going on. Looks like Ed Winchell is here. Thank you, there, sir. I appreciate that. And I enjoyed being over on Bear's show tonight, at least in the comments. As you can see, I'm wearing my Guns for Bear attire. You know, like I said, I don't have the tats that Bear does, but not bad for an old man. Not bad for an old man. So I'm here, and hopefully we'll have some availability with our calls. Ed Winchell, again, thanks for being here. I'm not sure how much longer Bear's going to go on, but I tell you, it was wonderful to hear all of the nice, positive things he said about the show. And partner, if you get a chance, if Bear is watching this, or when he does eventually watch this, hopefully I'll see him come in. That it was very well, very touched to have him say that. So again, it's wonderful, and I am watching. And again, because Ed Winchell is here, I am watching the Phillies-Dodgers game, and it was a tight game. You know, 2-0 after the one home run. Then the Phillies come back and tie it. Even with Jake Arrieta, who's pitching tonight, tying it up with a single. Morning there. Good to see you there, Jared. Thanks for coming in as well. So I'm watching Bear's show, and I'm keeping an eye on the screen. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wow. And again, Harper just keep hitting these really long outs. Really long outs. Look good, maybe, but not really. But the Dodgers have come, and I don't know whether it was I know Jock Peterson hit a home run afterwards. And it might have been another homer. I didn't quite see how they scored 5. But Dodgers are beating my Phillies 5-2. It is the top of the 6th. There is 2 out, and it's still early as far as hopefully we'll have some good participation there. It's a 3-game set, I believe. I don't think it's a 4-game set. It's a 3-game set. So we'll see. In my estimation, and I'm not saying this just to say it, the 2 best teams in the National League, the Phillies below, and I did say below, the Phillies below the Dodgers. So again, thanks for everybody that came in. I'm going to put this down to make sure that there's no extra sound here so we know what's going on. I did share the show up to my page. So hopefully we'll have some folks come on over here. Again, Ed Winchell and Jared, thanks for coming in here. Do they play a doubleheader? If they do, then it would be a 4-game set. So if you know of them playing a doubleheader, I don't know of one, Ed. I actually didn't keep the schedule. You can probably look that up while I'm waiting. But I thought it was a 3-game set. Could be a 4-game set, but we'll see. But again, welcome to a midnight show of Ask Captain Jack. Thanks. Jared's up late. It is a Friday. I could do this on a Friday because, I don't have to work in the morning. And that's always a good thing. So I'm apt to do this on a day that I don't have to work. Now, honestly, if we do get some more folks rolling in here, I'm going to try to do this more often. I'm going to try to do a earlier show on the nights that I do my shows. Obviously, you know that the Sunday show is the Sunday show, but on Thursdays, if I'm able to, I'm going to roll a early show and a late show if I have the participation. I'd love to do it, and I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to do it for everybody that's out there, but I need to have folks come and join me. Because if I'm gonna let my schedule be pushed, and I'll do it for everybody, but I need folks to come on out there and join me because I enjoy this. And again, with what Bear said, it was nice to hear what Bear said. So again, bottom line up front, I kind of pretty much, I don't want to say I glossed over it, but again, this is the weekend for high vis matchups within the baseball community. Again, I don't know why Tommy's not here, but it'd be nice to have Tommy come back as well. But Tommy's Red Sox were beaten by the Yankees, Jimmy Farrell's Yankees, I might add. And the Rays are hosting the Twinkies. They beat the Twins last night, but tonight they beat, or the Twins turned a favor and beat them. Regular thing, Friday night talk, maybe a little college football. I'd love to do that, Jared. I'd love to do that. The thing about Friday nights is this, is that if I do a regular show, it's probably going to have to be before the season starts, because normally on Friday I'm traveling to Oakland or I'm traveling to the next town. So if I start the Friday night shows, it would have to be, I'd have to see if it would be conducive, depending upon when I land, then I can do it. But I can do that. But again, when I'm going out to Oakland, I don't get out to Oakland until about, if I'm doing my normal schedule, I don't get out to Oakland until about 11 o'clock Pacific, which is what, 2? Yeah, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So I can do it before the season. That would be great. And that would be great. But we'll see. So we got a 3-man room. I know why. Because I'm watching here. So if I get rid of this, then we should have the actual participants. I'm gonna stop that. That should drop down. And we'll see what's happening. But again, if you are watching with us, come on in and make a comment. I know right now it's Ed Winchell. I know it's Jared from Pittsburgh. If you're new to the show, thanks for coming over. If you're not new to the show, thanks for coming over as well. I did put the Google Voice on, so we do have the calling available. And so again, so somebody else is here. It's Ed and Jared and somebody else. But that's just the way that is. Going back to other things to talk about is the fact that And I was talking with Mike Serra about this because Mike Serra is in Missouri. Actually, Doc is in Missouri too, if I'm not mistaken. Mike Serra is in Missouri, big Blues fan, and he was talking about, obviously the Blues. And I said the Blues should be up 2-0 right now in the Stanley Cup Finals. Should be. They're not, but at least they won the other night going into their home, tied at 1-1. If they were going to go back to St. Louis down 0-2, it would be really, really hard for them to win. So I'm glad to see that at least the Blues won game 2. I would have liked to have seen them go into St. Louis with a 2-0 lead, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, apologies, man, or blessings to you, Jared. Thanks for stopping in, shipmate. And again, I was watching all your comments when we on the show last night. I just wasn't able, in the proper flow, do the answers that you were asking. So I hope you didn't think I was ignoring you. I wasn't, but there we go. Ed, it looks like it's just you, Jared, and somebody else. If you're here, go ahead and comment in so I know who I'm talking to. The line is open. Let me push my chair back. It's the phone is 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. Now, also having said that, Raider Beat, thank you there. Wyoming, hey, thank you there. Good. Is that Wyoming Raiders 307? Thanks for coming in there, Raider Beat. Appreciate you making the comment. I like to know who's in here because I like to talk with my audience, and so that I appreciate you coming in. Raider Bear sent me, man. Yeah, thank you there, and it's great. And again, thanks for coming over. As you know, I was in the Raider Bear show earlier as well. Welcome to this portion of the show. I will participate and I will talk about all of the subjects. Now, granted, I like to have a Raider-centric show, and we'll do that. But the callers need to make sure that they call in for that. And like I said, up until it is football season, and yeah, I know football season technically is 365 year-round. I get that. But here's the One True Nation. Okay, yeah, and that's got to be – is that Ruben? CRF16, I think it is. If that's you, Ruben, thanks for coming in. We got Wyoming Raiders 307. Thank you. That's a new person coming in. And again, we talk about whatever we want to talk about. Sports-wise, I know since Eddie is here, we're talking Dodgers-Phillies because we were going to talk about that on Sunday anyway. And that's the Dodgers are just pummeling Jake Arrieta, who's actually out of the game. But getting back to a Raider-centric conversation, everybody is really just on the Richie Incognito. I don't want to call it a debacle. I like Raider Bear like the signing in this respect. And Raider Bear said it himself the best in the fact that, like him or not like him, he is a Raider. If you were just looking at his what do you call it, his resume, not all the bullshit, but the resume, a 4-time Pro Bowl guard. In fact, the last year he was with Buffalo, he made the Pro Bowl. Okay? He's been a hard-charging member of all of his football teams, okay? A lot of people that it has been his teammates said that he is a good teammate. The fact that people are throwing up the racist card is kind of, I don't know how to take it, because again, when Antonio Brown was saying how much he enjoys having Richie Incognito on the team, and Antonio Brown is the new face of the franchise, you see, who do you see when you see the Raiders being put out there to the NFL? Obviously, Coach Gruden, but you see Derek Carr, you see Antonio Brown, And those two are always going to be there. That third member of the triumvirate is kind of, who's it going to be? It used to be 50 Who. It used to be 50 Who, and we all know who 50 Who was. And it used to be Amanda Dropsies. He was that third member of the triumvirate. Right now, it's Derek Carr, Antonio Brown, and a player to be named later. Because right now, who would you say is going to be the public relations person, the one that everybody wants to see? Okay, if you're talking offense, might be Josh Jacobs, the rookie. But a lot of times rookies, they need a little bit of time to get out there and get established. Clelin Ferrell would be a great person as well, because not only does he have the resume from college, but he is that good person, that strong leader, not necessarily a vocal leader, but he's got all of the intangibles that you want to see in a leader. I think within a couple years, though, it's going to definitely be Clelin Ferrell. It's definitely going to be Jacobs, and with Derek Carr. There's your three right there. Granted, maybe there's somebody else that comes up, but it's going to be that we're looking for. And as the Raiders get better, as the Raiders become more of a national football team as far as people watching, okay, we're only going to get better. Remember, Gruden 1.0, 8-8. First year. Second year, 8-8. And at that second year of the 8-8, they had to go to Kansas City to beat Kansas City in Kansas City to keep them out of the playoffs. So it was a win for the Raiders so that Kansas City wasn't going anywhere. Okay? So that's what Gruden 1.0 did. And then obviously the third year, it was 12-4, then 10-6. And that's what he did with the Raiders. So we got that Gruden 2.0, and it is built, baseline was 4-12. And I've said sight unseen, I like the players where we have them right now, but sight unseen, it's going to take a while for this team to gel, and I want to see how these players play together. Right now, I'm calling it 7-9, 8-8, because I want to see how these players play together. They have the capabilities to play well together, but we'll see. Line is open. If you guys want to call in and talk about it, the line is right behind me, 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. I appreciate everybody coming over. I'd like to have some new callers come in. It'd be great from Ruben. I haven't heard from you in a while. It'd be great to hear from you again. Is that Wyoming Raider? Wyoming Raiders would be great. Hear from you as well. This is a little bit different from Bear Show in the fact that you can actually call in and talk to me, and we're going to rap about our team. Going to rap about what's going on. I see Ruben calling in, so let's get that done. Ruben, how you doing, brother? Good to hear from you.
Hi, Captain.
Good to hear from you. What's been going on? It's been months, man. Are you doing? What's been going on?
I've been watching the stuff and people comments and reading whatever I find interesting. Because some of those news outlets, they hate on us or they talk good whenever they feel like it when it's newsworthy.
Yeah.
Make themselves look good, not us. And somebody, I see a lot of fans. They're there making fun of Derek Carr because he blocked them. Good, block them, because he shouldn't be looking at that shit anyway. Back in the old days, they didn't have this stuff. So monkey stabler, they didn't look at shit like that.
Are you talking about the Pro Football Talk blocking? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, so what? You know how you shut them up? By doing what you're supposed to do on the field. That's how you shut them up. Especially when you go in their house. Just like when they come to Oakland. You want them to shut up? Feed them. That's how you shut them up. And even after them, Captain, they're going to talk and run their mouth anyway. I'm so glad you brought up this thing with incognito. Okay, fine. Unless you're racist, you're going to like that. But if you're not a racist, then you don't like if he's that way. Okay, fine. If he's that way, fine. Not that I like it, but as long as he does what he got hired to do, which a lot of people understand, they signed him. He hasn't made the team yet.
Right.
He might get cut.
He might get cut. That's true.
But if Madoff is talking about bringing the Raiders back to the old team, a lot of this younger generation of fans, they don't know because you weren't born in the 50s, 60s, or even the 70s. And in the 80s, you were still in diapers by the time they won a Super Bowl again for the third time. So when I see them say stuff, okay, sure, they're fans. And I'm not in a position, even if I was, to say who's the Raider, who's not. I just know when I see your age, I know you don't really know shit unless you know the history of the franchise, along with other teams besides us, to know the game of football. I saw a couple of comments from different people. I don't remember the names, but it was something that had to do with, he's saying stuff on the field. Okay, if the guy makes a racist remark or says something, okay, this is a man's sport. You can't take what he's saying on the field, then you shouldn't be playing the game. And if he says something good, he's on the line, get his ass on the next play then. Knock him on his ass if it pisses you off what he said. Because I remember growing up as a kid, your mom and dad wasn't always there when you went to go play football at the schoolyard with the boys. The guy hits you wrong or whatever, you get his ass on the next play. Sometimes it led to a fight, sometimes it didn't. I want to see my team where they fight back when they get messed with, okay? And I was going to say the F word, but I didn't say that.
I got you. By the way, good. One second, Ruben. Good night, Jared. Thanks for coming in. Go ahead, Ruben. Mm-hmm. I apologize. I want to make sure Jared got there.
That's okay. Well, what I didn't like is that remember when Cooper got done?
Oh, yeah. That guy when Pac-Man Jones, Adam Jones, was hitting his head, and he did nothing. He did nothing.
I don't care. Yeah, he did nothing. See, that's not how a Raider back in the old days. That would have never happened in the old days, okay?
That's right.
Not only would the receiver would have swung back, Lyle Zato, Ted Hendricks, some of those guys would have came off the bench, or they would have been on his ass.
Right.
They would have did something.
Hey, Ruben, do you remember that? I don't remember if it was a playoff game or if it was one of the last games of the season before the playoffs when James Trapp was in his street clothes and he went out on the field to defend somebody because of what was going on. James Trapp, who was in his street clothes, he wasn't even in uniform, flies off the bench. Yeah. And
hey, when you're on a team, you're supposed to back up your team players, your teammates. Okay?
That's right.
I remember when we used to play football, and this was just for fun. We didn't play, we didn't have a high school level where it was just guys getting together playing, okay? When you saw this, a guy wouldn't walk into the dude because he's too big or whatever, you would want to put your foot in his ass and tell him, go over there, play on the other team, because that's who you're playing for when you're not blocking him.
That's right.
If you're too scared to want to play this game, then your ass needs to go play volleyball over there with the girls. This is football.
It is.
You should be mad that he's doing you that way. Don't you want some payback, some get back?
Yeah,
and what he did to you.
And I tell you, if you're going back towards Incognito, I mean, if Incognito is as unbearable, I'm not going to use the term racist. Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to use the term racist. If Richie Incognito is as unbearable as people make him out to be, okay, he's not going to last long. This is a 1-year deal where he can prove himself and either be a valuable asset for the team or he can be gone. Okay. And I want to see what happens.
I saw something about, and I don't think the coaches are going to stand back and just let him do whatever the hell he wants. No. They ain't going to go that way.
No.
Not with the guys that are coaching the team. And I saw something about what was it? That he said something to his grandma or whatever. I'm like, okay, you know what? Everybody has a life away from the game. They do whatever they do. They tell their parents off, their grandma, whatever. People have, disagreements between families and friends. That's fine. As long as he doesn't bring that shit on himself, I don't give a fuck what he does in his personal life, okay? As long as it doesn't affect the game of football.
Exactly.
He's entitled to have his life. He's entitled. If he's going to travel with grandma, hell, probably no, maybe his grandma told him, fuck you. And so he told her something back.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's right that you should talk to your grandma that way, but, family does fight.
Yeah.
Friends do fight. As long as he doesn't bring that shit into the locker room, then I'm good.
Yeah.
People over there bringing up Cap again about he didn't get a job. Hey, you know what? Okay, he didn't. We already know how the NFL is, okay? And him and the other guy from Baltimore didn't settle, then we would know the facts of the case. But they wanted the money to shut it down instead of taking it to court, and then everybody would have got to see
Right.
what they were hiding.
By the way,
What did that tell you right there?
By the way, if it's been, I give everybody at least 5 minutes to talk, and obviously Ruben has his. If you want to knock out Ruben, not that I don't enjoy talking to Ruben, but I give everybody the notice. If you want to knock out Ruben, that's the number right there: 813-699-0834.
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought up Incarnate because friends of mine, that used to be Raider fans, like, I'm not going to say his name, but he knows who he is. Everybody on my page knows who he is. Talking about, I'm going to go buy a jersey. I go, yeah, with your money, because I'm joking with them. I'm being sarcastic with them.
Right.
They don't even got his jersey yet, okay? I can go to the Raider image all I want. I can go online. I bet you I can't get it yet. Why?
No, because he hasn't made the team. He hasn't made the team.
Yeah, he hasn't made the team yet.
Right.
Even if he did, I have never bought anybody's jersey, no matter who they are, okay? Unless they've been on a team for at least a couple of years.
Right.
That means 2 or more.
Right.
Or like when Crabtree left, hey, he still did good for us when he was here. Yeah, I wouldn't have got his jersey. Why? Because I bought that shit for like $20 when everybody went buying it for $200.
Right.
I got the same damn jersey you got. When he gets it in, I didn't pay as much as you.
Exactly. Now, I'll admit that when I was out last year, I got a 50 Who jersey. The $300 jerseys, I bought it. I think I bought it at 66% off. Why? Because I like 50 Who when he was with the Raiders. And years from now, if I'm still kicking alive, I'll wear it out as a throwback Raider jersey. Okay, I'm not going to wear it. I'm not going to wear it while he's still in the NFL, not playing for my team. But I picked it up at a good price. I picked up a Lynch jersey in Vegas this year, right around when I was there for New Year's. Why? Because it was on sale, and I admire what Marshawn Lynch has done for the Raiders. So it's being thrifty and being smart.
Yeah. See, a lot of people say what they want. I like it this way. I look how a player played while he was with the team. Crabtree did everything that was asked of him. Probably would have did more if they would have put him in more plays. And then when he got in that fight with that guy, what's his name, from the Denver Broncos?
Aqib Talib. Aqib Talib.
Yeah, Aqib Talib. Okay, maybe he shouldn't have that, but you know what? I'm glad that he did because that's how the Raiders used to be. You mess with me, I'm going to mess with you. He didn't take his shit no more. I mean, what do the fans want? They want a soft team? They want a bunch of guys that are in silver and black, but they behave like pussies on the field. Excuse my language, but that's how I feel. When I see, them messing with, I mean, there was a point in time in the league where certain individuals on certain teams were feared. You don't have that no more.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, Gruden and Mayock are bringing back the old school mentality of real Raiders playing tough and playing together, okay? And that's they're doing that because that's the way it should be. And they're going to do that.
That's the way it always used to be.
That's the way it is.
I don't want to see like what we saw in the playoffs. Don't slap Brady in the chest while he's throwing the ball and it's an incomplete pass because that's what in the passer. Fuck that. I hope they knock him on his ass. Get the 15 yards. I don't care. I want to see him eat the dirt like he's supposed to.
That's right.
Hey,
Ruben.
They ain't play like that no more.
Ruben,
you know that.
Ruben, give me your best comment out the door there, shipmate.
I just hope there's certain individuals they sign, but AB's one of them, and Antonio, and we're not even here yet. It's not even preseason yet. All this that they're doing, it all comes together. I hate to see one guy mess it up or try to mess it up, where they got to give him a hero, in the middle of the season or something. I hope they really know what they're doing, and they're not going to take any crap from any of the players to take the team.
Right.
You're only one guy. It takes all of them to win that game.
All right.
With the coaches.
I agree.
I just want to see a repeat of last year.
I agree. Hey, Ruben, thanks for calling in, man. It's always good hearing from you, brother.
No problem.
You take care.
Thanks, Captain.
You got it. That's my boy, Ruben. Haven't heard from him in a long time, which means that the line is now open. Again, thanks for calling in, Ruben. I like hearing from Ruben. Sometimes it's hard for me to get a word in edgewise, but, we get there eventually. We'll have everybody that wants to talk in. I see Jimmy Farrell's here. Jimmy, you got to get a hold of Tommy. I tried to call Tommy today. so that we would have like maybe the Jimmy talks about your team and Tommy talks about his team. I'm more inclined to talk Raider football tonight. And I appreciate Ruben for calling in for that. Because, again, I know I'm going to get some good Raider discussion with my man Ruben. It's always good to hear from him. Again, in case you are wondering, for new viewers, like I said, you're going to get at least you're going to get at least 5 minutes to talk, okay? Now, as we get more people to call in, that's going to go down to 3 minutes because I want to make sure we snap, man. Good conversations. Get your points in. And then we'll talk about them. But I want to make sure we have more people to call in because, again, the more conversations we have, the better it is for everybody. And I enjoy that. Ruben, thanks for starting us off. Line is open, 813-699-0834. Again, we could talk about Incognito all night. But there's other players we have to consider. I mean, who we lost – Jimmy Farrell, maybe on midnights, not for all the shows, but I'm going to try to do a midnight show. I'm going to try to do a midnight show on Friday. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna move all the shows, but I'm gonna try to do like a part 1 and a part 2 if we have participation. If we have some good participation, that'd be really good to talk. Ed Winchell, how you doing, brother? Good to hear from you.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy? How you doing?
Good, Captain. How are you?
I'm good. I'm still watching. As I look at the screen, I'm still watching the Dodgers winning 5-2 in the bottom of the 7th. So far be it for me that it looks like a loss for the Phillies. But again, as I was telling you, I think it's a 3-game set. We'll see who gets the best out of this series. But again, these are the 2 best teams in the National League. And I firmly believe that in the end, they're going to be obviously in the playoffs. And if things go the way it should, I foresee those 2 teams being in the NLCS at the end of the series. Now, I know what we're going to do if the Dodgers go to the series. But if they don't go to the game, we're going to go to the game. That's for sure. I'm looking at Chavez Ravine. What a great place to watch baseball. What a great place to watch.
1962. 3rd oldest park in both leagues.
Right. Now,
behind Wrigley
and Fenway?
Behind Fenway, and then if there's Dodgers.
Yeah. Now, did you see the Dodgers when they played in the Coliseum?
One time with Johnny Roseboro behind the plate with Koufax and Drysdale pitching, I was about 10.
Okay.
So, 9 or 10. And Roy Campanella was there playing.
Wow.
Gil Hodgers, Warren Moon. Then we have Murray Wills, Jim Gillian.
Junior. That's right.
Junior. Yeah. It's phenomenal. They made it so the right field, they had to put a fence in right field because they played it from the tunnel coming out. Have you ever been to the Coliseum in LA?
I'm sorry to say this. I've never been to the Coliseum in LA.
Well, there's a tunnel that the teams enter, and that was backstop of the layout format of the infield. And so they had to put, because it goes a whole 100 yards for a football field towards the clock and where the frame is closer to the freeway and back. And they had to rope off the right field and left field seats were the original seats in on the sunny side of the Coliseum. Now the press side was the best side because not only was the press there, but you also had shade all day.
Yeah.
And I've been to a number of USC games, and it's hot there mid-afternoon because LA, it's weird. LA is hottest at 12 or 1. in the afternoon. Up here in San Francisco and Sacramento area, the hottest part of the day is 4.
And that's the way it is. That's the way it usually is here in Florida as well. The hottest portion of the day is normally like around 3, 4 in the afternoon.
Right, right. So when you have these 1 o'clock games kicking off, you're right in the middle of the heat.
Right.
In downtown LA where there's no breeze.
That's it.
Funny watching people park cars on their lawn and asking $50 to park there.
Hey, I tell you, that brings back memories of going up to watch I can't remember if it was Jabustis's first game that he played. I think it was his first game that he played, or it was his first touchdown. I remember it was in Jacksonville, and I remember watching his first touchdown right in front of me. We had end zone seats in Jacksonville against the Jags, and it was Jamarcus's first touchdown. I remember watching that. So again, with the people that, we parked in the hood, and this guy, I can't remember, I don't think it was $50, but I think we had to pay $20 to park our vehicle in the hood just to watch Jabustis play that game. It was embarrassing. I tell you, the Jaguars just kicked our ass all day long. And the only positive thing about that game was walking out to the hey Steve, how you doing? Was walking out after the game. I saw a family with the white uniforms, the white away uniforms, and I can't remember the guys. I think it was Clemens. He was a defensive end, defensive tackle for us. I think it was Clemens and I saw the name. Now, you're not going to have a whole group of people with a jersey of some guy who's not your first or second stringer unless they're the family. So I knew for a fact, I said, that's family. So I walked over to them, and, I got a chance to meet them. And then I brought them over to the same tailgate from the lady that was around, big Jaguars fan. But she was kind enough to invite us over to her tailgate, so we had a lot of good food. But that was the highlight of the day because the Raiders sucked that day. But I did get a chance to see Jabustis's first touchdown. And I can't wait to say when I go to the games this year that I will see, Jacobs' first touchdown, or I will see Cleveland Farrell's first sack. Things like this. With this year, with this group of people, I'm really happy to say I was here from like the bottom, of the build up. And, it kind of goes with saying, watching what's going on with the stadium in Vegas, watching at that stadium is getting put together. It's just really inspiring to know that next year we are going to be in a grade A facility to watch our team. Now, again, I'm sorry to see the Raiders go from Oakland. I always have been. I've been sorry for that, for the fan base that's there, but it's time to move on. And if you're a Raider fan and not necessarily just an Oakland fan, you're gonna wish the team well, follow them, and go in and continue to be a fan of the silver and black, of the pirate with the crossed swords. That's just the way it's going to be.
That's true. As a matter of fact, I lived in LA when the Raiders moved down in 80, was it? 81 or whatever. And I still have on my Mercedes LA Raiders on my license plate frame.
Wow. Now that's a what do you call it? That's a collector's item.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
I wonder if when we go to the game, I should take it off or it'll get ripped off.
Yeah.
When we go to the Raider game.
Well, we'll see. I actually got and I'll tell you, and it's beautiful. I have a what do you call it? A wife beater like this that says Los Angeles Raiders. And remember how the old shirts, the what do you call it? The artwork was so thick. It was like
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
it was like double and triple painted on. That's how thick
Right.
this wife beater is. So I got it somewhere in my collection of stuff, and I'm going to keep it as a memorabilia for of a collector's item, brand new, still has the tags on it. So that'll be something that we'll be talking about, saying I still got all of these things. I got like an Oakland Raiders T-shirt that somebody gave to us. It was like a playoff T-shirt from the 70s. I mean, and people are kind enough to send me these things and give these things to me. It's wonderful. By the way, I'm sorry. If you want to knock out Ed Winchell, and you can, the number is 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. Talking Raider football. It's always a pleasure. Ed, what do you, and I've been actually, Ed, I was looking at the schedule today, and I was going to say, I'm definitely going to hang out with you for a game or two. So I'll figure out what games are good to go. And so I won't have to worry about getting reservations over at the Hilton Oakland Airport. And I appreciate that as well. Going to look good.
Any games you come up here, because I'm like a half hour, 40 minutes from Oakland. Any games you're up here, you're welcome to stay here. My daughter's moving out in a week, so I got 2 bedrooms in my house here, and the other one will be free, and I'll put your name on it, bro.
Well, thank you, shipmate. That'll be wonderful. I have it'll be the captain's galleon, the captain's what do you call it? The captain's quarters west. I like that.
Captain's quarters. That's what we'll put on top of your door.
That's right. And I still got to get with you, and we got to talk to your lady, and you know what about. I won't talk about it here, but we got to talk about that as well. Ed, what game are you this year that you're looking forward to the most?
I don't have the schedule in front of me to answer that. I love all the games in our league, all AFC West. I love, Denver, Kansas City, San Diego.
Well,
which is now LA.
LA. Yeah.
So in our league, in our
division,
AFC West division. That's what word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I love those games. I mean, it's always nice. I don't know the big powerhouse teams like Green Bay or anybody coming to Oakland, Alameda Coliseum, but it'd be nice to see a big winner like Pittsburgh or Green Bay or somebody like that.
Well, I'm going out to Green Bay, and I'm going out to Minnesota. In fact, I'm going to be first row with Viking World Order. I'm not sure exactly where, but I've been told that they've already got a seat for me first row with Viking World Order. I can't wait to see that. And obviously, I'm going to enjoy going to Green Bay because, again, there's no thing that you could put in as a good memory as to go see Lambeau Field. I mean, it's like going to Wrigley. And, and I'm going to look forward to that. But I'm going to look forward to going, hanging out with you, and we're going to go to Sam's Club and buying that case of whatever because I owe you for it for the Raiders coming back to Oakland this year.
I want to leave with one question for you to think about for me, and we can talk about it down the line. But in the last week, I've heard 3 or 4 older Raider players, some in the Hall of Fame, some are not, but they're all saying this year is make it or break it for Derek Carr.
Yeah.
That everything is on him. And after listening to them, I'm wondering, can this kid take all the pressure going into this important year for him to make it happen? And I feel he can make it happen, I think. But it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for him because to be so micromanaged by everybody who's a part of the organization.
Well, remember, though, okay, Derek Carr was drafted in 2014, okay?
Right.
So
right.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18. He already has 5 years of experience, and he was the starter for his rookie year. he was the starter. So other than when he's been injured, he's had this team for 5 years, okay?
Mhm.
And I agree that this is the year that you need to see. I mean, if you can't do something in your 6th year when you are going to be breaking a lot of the records for the Raiders quarterbacks, he's going to be breaking Kenny Stabler's records
for most yards and everything.
Yeah, he's
He'll
going
be
to
the
be
leading number one quarterback. in all of
exactly.
Raider
He's
history.
going to be the Raider quarterback of record, literally of record.
Right.
So
Of record.
if
Yeah.
he doesn't do things this year, if he doesn't do anything positive, okay, it is going to show, it's going to reflect upon him. And I can almost guarantee you that even if he has a phenomenal year, I can almost guarantee you that next year the Raiders are going to get a quarterback early. I'm not saying it's going to be in the first round, but they're going to get a quarterback early to be the understudy for Derek Carr, because that will be by next year. He will have gone through 6 years of NFL football.
Right.
He's still in like the, I want to say this is his 3rd year of his big contract I think he had a 5-year. So he'll be
100 and something for him.
Yeah,
125.
125. Yeah. So he
Right.
needs to show it this year. I think he can. But the flip side of that is if the Raiders offensive line doesn't block for him and Derek Carr is on his ass, you can't really say what he could have done because he's on his ass. So it's going to be conducive to make sure that Colton Miller has that strong left guard by him, which means that it's either going to be incognito or good being there, because Gabe's going to stay on the right side with Trent Brown. I tell you what, with Gabe Jackson and Trent Brown, and then obviously Hudson in the middle, I tell you, that's going to be a hellacious way of blocking. And I tell you, with Alec Ingold in front of them, it's going to be really good. And I can't wait to see the rushing attack. As long as Derek Carr remains upright, he will have a fantastic year, and it's only going to be going up for the Raiders. And again, Ed, always good hearing from you, and I thank you. We'll talk again too, shipmate.
Talk to you soon. Thanks for having a show tonight, shipmate.
All right, it's a pleasure. You take care, brother.
Take care, then. Bye-bye.
All right, that's Ed Winchell. That's one of my regulars as well. We've had Ruben, which was nice, and Ed came on board. Jimmy Farrell, I'm not going to, because people are saying that it's like I'm going to shift all my shows to midnight. No, but I'm going to have extra shows so I can have more people available to watch. So hopefully we'll get some more people up there. And again, thank you for the 4 ups, for the 4 thumbs up. I appreciate it. If you like any part of the show, thank you. Give me a thumbs up. But more than give me a thumbs up, tell everybody, like Raider Bear was saying, tell people that we want smart, positive Raider talk on the shows. Now, again, the Sunday shows are going to be football related. Going to be football. I mean, if you're going to talk baseball on a Sunday show, I'm not going to have you on. Or I'm going to say, I appreciate you calling. Call back on Thursday or call back on another time. All right, Dolores Chapa. Thank you. KC Raider Nation in the house. Lovely Raiderettes. Great to be here. It's fantastic. Steve, thanks for coming. This is what I wanted to say. And again, and I was talking about this when I was doing my promo for the show. I want to have a show with just the Raiderettes. I want to have a show with the Raiderettes. So it's great to have folks in here. What time is it? Right now for me, it's 12:50 a.m. And Ryan Downs, thanks for coming aboard. It's great to have more folks come over. That's wonderful. We have a line open. We're talking Raider football. And we've had Ruben showed up, and it's great. Dolores, would be good to hear from you. I want to have that. Like I said, I want to have that Raiderettes show where it's just. And I'm gonna say, guys, I'm sorry. I want to see a whole show of ladies talking. I mean, there's nothing that is more awesome than you talking about the Raiderettes that know what's going on and having a show where they're just talking about it. It's great. But right now it is 12:50 a.m. And I probably need a little bit of coffee, but I hope it doesn't seem like I need the coffee. I appreciate everybody being here. It's great to hear from Dolores. Do I own a gel ball gun? No. I don't own a gel ball gun. You'll have to let me know what that is, Ultra Bus game. Oh, if that's something for if that's something for like what do you call it, the video games, I don't do a lot of video gaming there, Ultra Bus, but I appreciate you asking about that. If there are people that need a gel ball gun, you can get with Ultra Bus Gameplay Z, and he'll be able to steer your way. Dolores, thank you for the thumbs up. Outdoor sports and targets. Oh, okay. No, I don't have a gel ball gun. I do have I got a shotgun. I got a 40 millimeter Ruger. So, I got those around the house. And then for anybody that wants to do close in weapons, whatnot, I got a nice aluminum baseball bat that I know a baseball bat won't stop a bullet. But if an intruder is close enough that I don't need to use the gun, then I'm gonna clock him with my baseball bat. And like I said, I got the guns. I might not have the same physique that Raider Bear does, but not bad for a bigger old guy. But thanks for calling in on that for the outdoor sports and targets. So no, I don't. Line is open 813-699-0834. Call in. Let's talk Raider football. Oh, you're not a store. Okay, I'm sorry. But you know the information about it. So, again, I didn't even know what you were talking about. So, again, apologies there. Apologies. If you want to talk about it, then if people are interested, get with gameplay. Line is open 813-699-0834. Ultra Bus Gameplay. A Raider fan or just a fan of Raider Bear that got a chance to come on over here and talking sports. And again, apologies for you. I didn't want to get your mean look laugh when you answered. Okay, well that's fine. Line is open 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. That's fine. You're not a football. That's fine. NFL channel is Football Life on Vince Lombardi. Wow. Again, when you look at Vince Lombardi, and I've always admired Vince because, again, being from Fordham, being the assistant coach with the Giants. And remember, the Giants, when they were in their heyday in the early 60s, Tom Landry, or actually I should say late 50s, Tom Landry and Vince Lombardi as their offensive and defensive coordinators. Wow. I mean, and that's why that team was as great as it was. The game, the most was it the famous game, the Giants was an NFL championship game. I think that was the Alan Amici game. I think it was Giants and Eagles, but I think they called it the greatest game ever played. Played in Yankee Stadium with the Giants, with those coaches in there. What a wonderful coaching staff. And then again, with Vince Lombardi going to the Packers. And I think he went in 1960, the same time that Landry went to be the very first head coach of the Dallas Cowboys in 1960. Wow. But Jimmy, if Vince Lombardi was the coach of the Giants, things would have been a lot different. Line is open, 813-699-0834. Giants and Colts? Yeah, Giants and Colts. Okay, there you go. Thanks, Matt, for I knew it was obviously the Alan Amici game. I thought it was Giants and Eagles, but yeah, Giants and Colts. That's right. Greatest game ever played. And I tell you that the old time players, you know, when you had a player like Chuck Bednarik who played both ways for the Philadelphia Eagles, you don't have people that do that nowadays. To me, Chuck Bednarik is probably one of the greatest football players to ever have played because of the fact that he went both ways at a Hall of Fame level as a middle linebacker and as a center. 15 in Hall of Fame and was what I tell you. I know at first year as a head coach, but you got to build on something. Got to build on something there, Jimmy Farrell. And actually, that's incorrect because the NFL that would have been 1-13 because the NFL played 14 games for a long time. They didn't go up to 16 until about, I want to say 25, 30 years ago. So they played 14 games, and then they did that extra 2, which was why in the old days it was a feat for a running back to get 1,000 yards because, you know, he had to average, I think, about 120 a game in the 14 in order to make it or what. Or I think I take it back, about 80 yards a game over the 14 games to get 1,000 yards. So again, with those extra 2 games, that's why there was more running backs getting the 1,000 yards. But it is 3 minutes to 1. Line is open. Thank you for those that came on board and saw the show. And thanks for those who gave me the thumbs up. I've enjoyed it. I'll be here. I'd like to see another caller or two. Matt Marinovich, thanks again for coming in. Matt, I love Matt's comments because I know that you know he'll make sure that I'm right on. I will get that thought across, but I might not have all of the players' names in mind, or I get everything squared away. So again, I appreciate Matt being here, and again for coming in, the people that came in. Ryan Downs, thanks for coming in as well. If you like what you see and you haven't been over here, make sure you sign up, subscribe to the show. And whenever I'm on, and normally I'm going to be on, like I said, Thursdays and Sundays, it's a given. Okay. After the game on Sundays, I'm going to be doing the show. Going to be here on YouTube. Thursdays, obviously, it's before I go on the road, and I like to have that. What's going on with the Raiders. I might do a Tuesday show when I get back, kind of like, you know, Tuesdays we'll talk about the games that we just had. Thursdays we'll talk about the game that's upcoming. And then obviously Sunday we'll talk about the game as well. Am I going to be at the opener? Yes, I am. Yes, I am, Ryan. I'm going to be at the opener. In fact, I was looking. I think I'm going to be at about 13 games this year. I might have to cut back. I'm thinking I might not go to the Titans game because I have very good friends that are Titan season ticket holders that I saw when I was at the draft in Nashville, and they were interested in possibly coming out and see the game. You know, using my tickets. So I might not be at the Titans again. Might not be at the Titans game. We'll see. I'm debating the obviously the very last game of the year, which is at Denver. I'm not going to be there, so that's one game I'm definitely not going to be at. Okay, as of right now, I'm not going to be at. But you know, if we need to beat Denver to get to the playoffs, I might have to reconsider. Oh, I'd love to meet you too. Love to meet you too. Love to see everybody. So, but I'm going to be I'm probably going to be at about 12 different games. So what a nice catch. What a nice catch. Cody Bellinger just comes in and snares one, takes a hit away. And they definitely need that. Top 9, 1 out. Yeah, it looks like this one's done. But yeah, it was tailing, and he comes in and gets the catch. keeps the Phillies from mounting a drive. So 1 out. Yeah, I'm going to be there. I can't wait to see all the folks in there. I'm sure that actually, if it is a like last year, the Black Hole had a big party on, I want to say Saturday night last year prior to the Rams game. So if they do that again this year, there'll be a party on Saturday. There'll be something to do on Sunday. I'm not sure what it will be. And then obviously you got the Monday night game where, we are the last game of the first week. So, yep. Well, now remember, Ed, the October 6th home game in Chicago is going to be the London game. Now, right now, I'm debating that game. And I do have a place to stay. I got my roommate from the Caribbean. No, Ed, remember, that's in London. That October 6th at home at the Chicago, that's in London. If I get a good ticket, as far as plane ticket price, I will might go to that game. I've been to the other 2 London games, so I'd like to go to this one. But again, that's a lot of cheese. That's a lot of cheddar. And I got all these other games to go to. So we'll see. We'll talk about that there, Ed. We'll talk about that. But that game's in London. That's week 5, I believe. So that's the other game that I'm not presently got a ticket for. I got the tickets for, I think I got tickets for every other game except for the London game and the game in Denver. I got tickets for all the other games. So that I got tickets for 14 of the 16 games. So I'll be doing some traveling. So we'll see. Line is open, 813-699-0834. Great hearing from all you folks as well. I hopefully will get some calls. But again, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell. Like it says, ring the bell. If you ring the bell, that means anytime I'm on, that you'll know that the captain is on YouTube. And let your folks know about it. This is like Bear said, this is intelligent Raider conversation, intelligent sports conversation as well. And I can't wait to do a show on Bear's channel to reach out to everybody there. That'll be really cool. But I appreciate everybody that's here. So we are up on the hour. It is 1 o'clock in the morning. But I'd like to hopefully get another phone call in. Again, like I said, Jimmy Farrell is here, and I haven't heard from him. So I'm going to let it be in Steve Running. I tell you, I'm just intrigued with the lady in your profile picture. I gotta say that's wow. That is a wow shot. And I've learned what a gel ball gun is. So I didn't know that it was such a thing. But the Phillies are mounting a comeback, 2 outs. It's now 6-3. Kingery knocks one in. So it looks like it's 2 outs again, like I said. So we'll see. This game is pretty much over, but we'll see if that's for true. Line is open, 813-699-0834. It is now a save situation. So the Dodgers ace, I can't remember what his name is, number 74. He's their ace reliever. Can't remember his name. Gosh darn it. So we'll see. So we did have a call. Okay, 209. Hey, who am I speaking to? Area code 209.
An order 20 minutes ago. 3 medium cheese pizzas. They're coming for delivery. They're up right now.
I'm sorry?
Well, I don't know. Maybe somebody else in the house ordered it. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. That was a troll. And unfortunately, I can't get rid of the beep. Oh God, I can't. I hate doing that, but such is life. Well, we had our troll. That we haven't had one in a bit. Got to have one eventually. Actually, the funny thing is that the pizza sounded good. I don't know where area code 209 is at. I'll have to look that one up. I'll go to Google here. Let's see what it says. Area code 209. And area code 209 is in Stockton, California. Okay. And we'll see if this is a troll again. Hopefully it's not, but we'll see. 813, can I help you?
Question for today is, what do the capitals speak of?
Yeah, and I thought so. It was so nice. It was so nice not getting a bunch of trolls. I saw the area code, and I saw the first three, and I'm like, yeah, it's a troll. Oh, it's Jansen. That's right. That the Kenley Jansen. That's the Dodgers reliever. So it looks like that's pretty much going to be our show for the evening. We went several shows without any trolls, but just gotta deal with them. But if you enjoyed the show, thank you for coming in tonight. Hope to see you here for other shows. Subscribe and ring the bell so that anytime I'm on, you'll know that I'm on. And it's always a pleasure talking Raider football with everybody. So having said that, that's my out music. You're going to have some nice, cool jazz on the way out. Can't beat that. It's always good to have some good jazz on the way out. I'm going to turn it down a little bit, though, because I don't want to scream over it. But if you enjoyed it, thanks for coming on by. And we'll see you on for the next show. George, you're coming in at the very end. Hello. And yeah, I don't know who you are there, George, but I haven't seen your video. But again, thank you for coming in. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay, I'll take a look. I'll take a look at it there, George, when I get a chance to. It'll be there. But again, thank you. You have a wonderful night as well, Dolores. Make sure you call in. I'd love to hear from you. So again, thank you for the playing tonight, shall we say, and coming in. We'll see you next time here for the show. And again, if it's a football show, a sports show, you want to talk, I'm the person to talk to. So again, thanks for coming in. We'll see you next time. Go Raiders! Yar! And we'll see you there. Take care, everybody. We'll see you Sunday.